Hello and welcome to the multiplayer game system version 4 video tutorial for adding a new character to your to the system. So we will do two different methods. First, the easy way, and then we will do a little bit more involved than just the easy way. Let's start by finding our character. So I will be using the PBR Paragon. By the way, Paragons will be a little bit more involved because you will need to do retargeting and stuff like that, and then bring them back to the system. Maybe take them to Maya and change the skeleton, because as far as I know, the skeleton in those characters are kind of complicated. So you might break the system if you just import them and you try to do stuff inside Unreal. So for the safest way is make sure that the Paragon has at least the base skeleton before the base mannequin skeleton before importing it to the system. But for this I will use this asset. It's not straightforward. I will show you now why, but it will give you a good idea of how to import your characters. So let's just add it to today's project, which is the 12th. Where is it? There it is. Yes, 12th of June. Yeah, add to the character, add to the project. So it should appear here. Yep, done. So first thing first, go to the blueprint, character, mannequin, character, mesh, and then open the skeleton and make sure it's set to humanoid. So this is the system. This is the system's skeleton. Now let's go to the new one and go to mesh, and actually we can just click here and go to filter, animation, and let's check skeleton. So there are loads of them. Let's check and make sure that they are set to humanoid. Yep, it looks like they are. So this is the base one. Let's also set it to humanoid. Okay, now if we look in here, so hopefully all of them they are set to humanoid. So let's just select all of them and delete. It will complain. Yep, there we go. So it's complaining because there are other assets that using the skeleton we are deleting. So let's say we know, let's choose the make sure that it's the one coming from the MGS blueprint character. You see the path? Yeah, make sure that you are selecting that one and then say replace. Okay, it will delete all the assets and replace them with our skeleton. Here we go. Yep, save everything. Now the anim starter, let's remove the filter. The anim starter pack, we don't need it because we already have one, so let's delete that as well. It might actually complain because it's being used by the character that came with the pack. Let's see. If it does, then let's go and clean everything else, and then we come back and delete this. Yeah, here we go. It's using this, but doesn't matter. Let's force delete it because we don't need any of that. This is like the third time I'm recording the video, Every time I do, something happen, like my child start crying, or the battery of the microphone goes off and I had to change it in the middle of the recording and stuff like that. So this is the third time. Hopefully now it's gonna work. I think there's something that is inside. Yeah, if we go to showing explorer, yep, let's delete it from here, and now we can delete this folder. There we go. The maps, we don't need them. Materials we need, textures, and the meshes. So let's look at the full skeleton first. This is the easy way. Now that we have those, it says, do you want to create one? Nope, we want to select one. So now he's using our skeleton. It comes with all the sockets. Save. Let's actually select everything, and let's make sure that they are using our skeleton. Assign skeleton, and let's select ours. Yes, yes, accept, accept, accept. Yeah, here we go. Now everything is using our skeleton parts. I think those they are already using. Yeah, here we go. So let's do the easy way. Open our character and then character classes, and let's say, for example, we want to replace, I don't know, the purple, the green. You want to replace the green, so all what you need to do is go to your mesh. Let's say, for example, this one is a green. Let's take this, is green. Replace him, compile, save, and you are set. So now if we play, go to the green. We need to change the material. Let's go out. Let's go to the green guy. We can't see the material here. So let's open it in full. Let's see. This guy uses 2 materials. So let's take this one. Select the mesh. And let's take that one and put it in here. Compile and save. It should looks like that. Save. So now if we play, there we go, our character is ready. And he will just work. Everything is working. This is the easy way if you have a mesh that is using the Unreal Skeleton mesh. And by the way, it's important to check that it's actually working in the inventory. If we look inside the vendor as well, so it's working fine. Yeah, so this works if you have the skeleton mesh. Your skeleton mesh uses the Unreal Engine standard skeleton, and if the body and the head is one piece. Now the equipment, what's called, yeah, the equipment, you know, they can be separated, but the body and the head, it's recommended that you have them in one piece. Okay, now what if we don't? Like, for example, this one, the head is separated from the body. Let's see, do we don't have any body alone without the equipment, because this one is using those small bits. I wanted the body without the equipment, but it doesn't have them. Let's see. Nope, they are not here. Yeah, I think everything is either all in or like in this one, the parts are already equipped. So this, typically I would take it to Maya, remove the bags and stuff, and then bring it back. Or maybe Blender, remove those parts and then bring it back. But let's not you know, let's not make it too complicated for now. I will show you the second method. So if you go to the data tables and then you go to items, and then for helmet, let's duplicate that one or create a new one, it's up to you, and let's call it head underscore 7, for example. I think I'm using head 7, I just saw it. So save. So let's look at the parts and let's take head 7 and put it here. We also need a static mesh, which is not ideal in this case. It's not ideal, but it does the trick. Just to show you how it works, the easiest way to do it is to add it to any level and just right click on it and say convert to a static mesh, and let's put it back in parts, and let's say static mesh head 07 and save. The other thing is we also need to create a thumbnail. So let's not show the environment, the floor, and also the grid. Remove all of those, and then with this is a square. Yeah, I think this is a square. By the way, this is the Windows button. Shift and S will give you the snap tool. It's a Windows thing. So let's paste it and crop it. Let's see the size. Hopefully, yeah, very close, but it does the trick. I'll make it 500 times 500. And then let's save it as a PNG. Oh, I already created one, but I'll save on top of it just so you guys see how it works. And save. Yeah. Let's close this and let's go to wherever you want. Let's say here, for example. Let me actually save all. Let's say here. Create a new folder. And let's call it icons, and let's import the one we just created. Double click it and let's make it user interface and not skybox, UI. Save. We don't need this one. Now here for the head we can just put the new icon. We also need the skeleton mesh, so let's select it. Again, this is not ideal. It will show a little bit of artifact because it's been hanging in the air. So probably, again, I don't know a method that you can do this inside Unreal, but I usually take it to Maya or Blender and then drop it down to the origin and then export it back to Unreal Engine. Then it will work fine when we have it here. But now it will create a little bit of artifact. Again, it will show you how it works. So that's the main thing. Now that we created the head, the only thing we need to do is mark it as equipped. Simply because when it's equipped, the vendor will not pick it up inside the vendor. I mean, obviously if you have helmets and stuff like that, or different heads that you can buy from the, I don't know, from hairdresser or something, then don't click that one. But because we need this particular head for a starting point for our character, that's why we are clicking, that's why we are marking it as equipped. Because now I can go to my let's see, all databases, character, and if I want to create a new character now, rename, where is rename? Here. So let's say I want to create a soldier, so that's my new character. I can go to startup inventory and I select items and I can select the head 7. Okay, maybe I should actually show you why we need to do all of that. Let's remove this here. So from the soldier, let's say we call it soldier, we give it an icon, class character. Yep, let's create a new one. So here maybe we just duplicate one of those and let's call it BP underscore soldier. So this is the one that we want to use for the soldier guy. A story, let's say this is a soldier from the future, came back to help us against the COVID-19. Here we go. And you can add some base stats. Let's say, for example, I want the health to be 500 maximum, and obviously the current is 500 as well. Regeneration rate, let's say 10. So this is basically how fast the health will regenerate. Power, if you want to use that for something like like special moves, for example, they will need power to consume. Strength, that will improve your damage, so let's say for example 100, and regeneration rate 1. Armor, basically your resilience, let's also give it 100 and 2. By the way, those are just random numbers, so you can put whatever you like. Maximum 100, I don't know why. Current 100 and regenerate. Well, stamina does not regenerate because the stamina's work is to regenerate other stats. XP points, if you want to increase those, basically this is how many experience points you need to level up the character. So 10, it's the first level, and then the system will duplicate this as you go. So level 2, this will become 20 automatically. You don't need to worry about it. You just need to put the number that you wanted to level up for the first level. And then if you are level, I don't know, 40, then this will become 40 points, and so on. So let's leave it at 10. Character level, which level you want to start with, let's keep it at 0. If you want startup skills, startup inventory, that's what I want to show you in a second. And then character type, a player, yes. The last 3 things, you don't need to worry about those. Those are here for the system. You don't need to worry about them. So now if I save, oh, actually inside this soldier we need to specify which data table this blueprint will use. So at the moment, if you go to my character, at the moment it's using the purple. We want it to use the soldier. Compile and save. And last but not least, we change the mesh. So let's go to the body. And let's select that body, change it. Let's also take this and put it here, compile and save. So basically he's headless. That's why I wanted to add the item, you know, like as a head. So now if we play, you see our new character is headless. Now this one, because it's one piece, we didn't have this problem, but this guy, we need to give him a head now. So we already created the head 7. We can go to our character, so soldier, and go to the startup inventory, click on that one, and select the items data table and head 7, and we already marked it as equipped, so basically it's not for sale. Save selected. So now it should start with the head. Cool. So even if we play, so we have the head ready to go, and he's inside your you see he's not perfectly fit. I think I know why. If we go back, because I duplicated the helmet, there is some offset here. We will talk about all those details when we do the inventory tutorial, but basically you can have some offsets if the assets that you brought in are not exactly, you know, they don't fit exactly to your character. You can play with those numbers to make it fit better, but this one doesn't need any of that, so I'll just leave it on zeros, apart from the scale obviously. It didn't update because it's already saved, so if I go back to my folder and go into saved games and then remove the soldier, now it should update because it will create a new save file. You see, a new soldier file now, and the character has updated. So the head basically becomes like a helmet, and you can change this once you buy a new helmet. Now the artifact I wanted to say, you see he's like on the roof, so that's why you probably need to bring this down using Maya or Blender or something, bring it down to the origin there and then import it back. Okay, so this is basically how you add your character. Again, the best practice is to have the body and the head as one piece, and then gloves, pants, whatever, they can be separated, but the body and the head, it's best to be just one piece. It will save you a lot of headache. But it's all working now. Reloading and everything, because we are using our skeleton, so we don't need to worry about the animations and everything else. Okay, so this is how you add your character. In the next one, maybe we can work on the environment or maybe items or something. I will have a look and see what else do we need to bring in. Yeah, maybe a map, maybe a new level. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.